All right. Hey, it looks like it's working. Uh, oh my gosh, wow, that started up a lot quicker than anything else. Well then, hey, how's it going, fellow Twitchers? Twitchins? Twitchites? Well, whatever you call yourselves. You are here again, watching this stream, wasting a perfectly good evening hanging out with me. So, for that, I thank you. I took a lot of different people's advice from last time and have completely revamped the way that I'm streaming. So I'm using different software. Hopefully it's coming through a lot better, and have added some cool things to it. So for example, you can see there-ish is the Twitch chat. So if you post a message, let's see. Ha! So it shows up. So now everybody can see what I'm referring to if I talk to the people in chat. What else? There's also this follow widget thing. So when someone follows, I get notified. That's awesome. So that's cool. And then also I got a new headset, so the microphone's a lot better. Basically, everything should just be running smoothly at this point. All right, so first off, I wasn't able to stream yesterday, and that was because Twitch was down due to a DDoS attack, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Mainly because, so for those of you who don't know what DDoS is, DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service. And essentially what this is you get tons and tons of different computers all over the network, all bombarding a server with traffic so that legitimate users aren't able to get in and actually use the service. And while this might sound cool from that description, it's really it's kind of a juvenile way of taking down a server. So to make an analogy, let's say Twitch was some important public figure that was going to make a big speech or something, and so you have this group that says they don't want it to make this big speech, so what should they do? There's all kinds of options that you could think of. Assassination, they could, espionage, all these different things to get what they want. DDoS in this analogy would be like getting a large group of drunk guys to sit in the front and scream at the top of their lungs so that nobody could hear what Twitch is saying. Which is more just like, really, guys? In any case, that was really annoying. So, sorry that I couldn't do this yesterday. Hopefully that wasn't too big of a deal. But now we're back. Everything seems to be working now. So, thanks for tuning in. And, alright, back to Hearthstone. Okay, so on Monday, which was the last time that I was on, we did, I think it was a Paladin Arena, and it was fairly successful. Got, I think, to 7 wins. So yeah, that was good. And hopefully we can reprise that and get even better this time, maybe 8, 9, who knows? The possibilities are endless. Okay, so without further ado, as soon as my face comes back up, let's get to it. Alright. Hey, so Shaman is one of my favorite classes for Arena. And the other two, I'm not the best with the other two. Definitely much better with Shaman. So let's go with that. Oh man, first pick, one of my favorite shaman cards. Lightning Storm, it's rare, so it's difficult to get. But it's essentially the shaman's only AoE card, but it's a really pretty good AoE card. Because it does either 2 or 3 damage, and for a cost that it has a little bit of overload, but overload isn't that big a deal if you know how to manage it. And so it really makes Shaman deck stronger, because otherwise you can't get AoE very easily. Here, Dark Iron Dwarf goes well with our hero power, because since we can create totems with the hero power, giving those totems attack so that they can trade is great. So let's go with that. Here we got a couple of choices. I don't really like Dancing Swords. Its health isn't enough for it to be worth giving your opponent the extra card, essentially. It may not trade for 2 cards, which you would need to in order to be worth it. There are so many different things, you know, Soulfire, Fireball, a whole bunch of things around its cost that would take it out. So I don't particularly like this card. Mercenary is a possibility, but I think Flame Tongue Totem is just better here. It can be comboed with a whole bunch of things, and is really a nuisance if you can keep it alive. So I'm going to choose that. It's not something you'd choose as a 2-drop, obviously, since it has no attack, but it's a solid card. Here we have another choice, Mercenary or Harvest Golem. Magma Rager with its 1 health is just not worth it. There are too many classes that can just take it right out with no having spent no cards. So don't go there. Let's do the Harvest Golem. It's one of the more solid 3-drops that you can get. Oh, nice. All right. Well, this will be an interesting deck, to say the least. Okay, Nosdormu makes no sense as a card. Its effect is as bad for you as your opponent, and it doesn't actually change the game at all. It just makes the game dicier, take less time, I guess. And as a minion, 8/8 for 9, there are so many other cards that are cheaper. I don't know why Blizzard is absolutely refusing to change this card, but they have. So let's not go with Nosdormu. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I'm mispronouncing it, who cares? Baron Rivendare, you need the death rattles, and it's really hard to play even then. I can't imagine anyone actually making this work in Arena. Deathwing is like a super risky card, but it's amazing if you play it well, and in Arena, that's not quite as difficult to do, because you might come up with against some decks that are just don't have a lot of hard removal. So cool, we got a Deathwing. All right, here we go. This is a tough choice. Mad Scientist, I don't have any secrets, so that's not going to help a whole lot. The Narrowbar Weblord is what I'm looking at. It's not the best 2-drop in my opinion because of its 1 attack, but it has more health than pretty much any other 2-drop. So there's that. And Frostshock is a 1-cost spell, but it's not the best. It only does 1 damage, and the freeze isn't incredible. So let's go with the Weblord. Before I go any farther, I want to make sure that everything is coming through correctly, because I actually haven't listened myself to the setup that I have. So please bear with me while I make sure that my stream is looking good to you guys, so that I don't end up streaming for 2 hours and then realizing that all you guys saw was a black screen and no audio. That would suck. Okay. Yeah, seems pretty good. I like this new microphone. It's definitely better than the old one that I had. The old one wasn't bad, but it picked up plosives a lot, like Shax was saying earlier, and so I'm glad I got that out of the way. Okay, here we go. Stoneskin Gargoyle, only really good if you can buff it with things, and I don't have anything to buff, really. I mean, the Flame Tongue Totem a little bit. Wind Fury I don't think is really worth it, because it doesn't, like, give you more control or anything. It just allows you to move faster, essentially, like its name implies. So, let's go with Stormwind Knight. It can be good. Its charge makes it some good removal. Ooh, this is a tough one. It's between the Yeti and the Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, you know, I like having a good solid, 5 to 10 spells in a deck, because, you need them when you fall behind in control. But Chillwind Yeti is a really valuable 4-drop, and it's often really one of the stronger mid-game minions. So I think we should go with the Yeti. It's probably stronger than the Lightning Bolt in this case. Okay. Interesting. I really don't know here. Flame Tongue Totem is difficult enough to play that I don't like having too many of them in the deck. A second one may not be too bad, though. Leper Gnome is actually a fairly good card as well because it's really cheap, it gives you a body on the board, and it also does 2 damage to the enemy hero, pretty much guaranteed. So that's a possibility. Oh, so torn. I'm going to go with the Flame Tongue Totem. Just because, in general, I feel like that's worth more than the Leper Gnome. This is a deck full of tough decisions. I'm looking at a second Lightning Storm, because having more AoE is really important. But that I like Questing Adventure. Some people don't like it as much because if you can't play another card on the same turn, it's actually fairly weak, and it's almost always targeted. Everyone knows to take out Questing Adventures as fast as you possibly can because they can grow to crazy proportions really quickly. However, they can grow to crazy proportions really quickly. So if you manage to keep it alive or even just like play 2 cards, the coin is great for that, on the turn that you play it, then it can single-handedly win games for you. However, that doesn't happen super often, and Lightning Storm is just solid all around, so I'm going to go with that. Okay. We got ourselves either Fen Creeper or Lightning Bolt. Because we have 2 Lightning Storms, that's a lot of good AoE. I'm not super worried about the spells, so I'm thinking the Fen Creeper just because it's solid. It's a taunt, which will definitely come in handy considering I have no taunts just yet. So how about that? Okay. These 3 minions are not my favorite. I already said Magma Rager really isn't worth it if it just has 1 health. And Tauren Warrior is too expensive for a 2/3, and very rarely do you get to use its Enrage unless you're a mage. Because it's hard to deal less than 3 damage to it on your own. However, Silence is really useful, and I like having a couple of Silences in any good deck. So definitely the Spellbreaker there. Okay, so personally, I like Forked Lightning. I thought Forked Lightning was definitely a great card to have, at least in Arena, because you often get to remove 2 things for 1 card. Apparently, some other people who are, relatively good at the game, don't like it so much, and I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like I do well enough in Shaman Arena that I'm probably right here, but I know that I'm always learning things about this game and open to having my opinion changed about anything. So if Forked Lightning really doesn't do it in the future, then maybe they're right. I personally like it. It's great early on. If I can get an Unbound Elemental, it'd be even more amazing. I don't have one of those yet, but we'll see. So I'm going to go with it. Harvest Golem is another awesome choice, and even Cult Master with my hero power is not bad. So, but I want more spells. I got a lot of good minions here, so we're definitely going to go with the Forked Lightning there. This is a terrible choice. This is definitely the worst choice we've gotten all deck. I do not like this. I'm tempted to go Wind Fury just because Grimscale Oracle is absolutely useless. And Murloc Raider, it's like a Leper Gnome without the best part of a Leper Gnome. So it's a really sad card. It's just going to get taken out by all the mages that I'm going to go up against. So I guess Wind Fury. I do not like that card, though. That's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Alright, here we go. We got... Another Dark Iron Dwarf would be good, just to combo more with the totems. The other two aren't bad either. But I'm going to go with the Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay. Direwolf Alpha also can give attack to totems and make them trade favorably, so that's looking good. Dust Devil is really strong if it survives, but almost never survives because of the 1 health. It also has that's one card in which I think the Overload does screw things up because you play it on turn 1 and then you can't do anything on turn 2. So Dust Devil I would not advise going for, and Frost Shock, as I said, is a pretty weak spell, so Direwolf Alpha it is. See here, I'm going to go with a second Forked Lightning. I honestly think that this is a great card. At least compared to these two. Frost Shock is weak, Thrallmar Farseer is weak for his cost, and the Wind Fury very rarely helps. So, Forked Lightning it is. I'm getting a lot of Overload. Well, I'm getting, I have what, 4 Overload. I guess that's not too much. I really want an Unbound Elemental, considering this. But I'm looking at the Lightning Bolt, because I don't have any real good single target removal spells right now. So I'm going to go with that. Alright. I don't have very many big minions yet. My only real big minion is Deathwing. So, I'm looking at that Frost Elemental. He's looking pretty good. It's 5/5, and freezing a character actually does come in handy when you get a 5/5 to go with it. So, the Frost Elemental there. Ooh, difficult decision. I love Mana Tide Totem. It can really come in handy, especially in a deck that doesn't have a whole lot of card draw like this one. However, I've already mentioned how Questing Adventure is really awesome, especially if you can combo it with a lot of things. And look, I have 3 cards that are 1 cost, a whole bunch of cards that are 2 cost. However, if I'm running out of cards, then the Questing Adventure won't help anyways. So, difficult decisions, guys. Difficult decisions. I'm going to go with the Mana Tide Totem because I have absolutely no other card draw here yet. So that seems pretty straightforward. Maybe I'll get another Questing Adventure. Probably not. I don't know. Alright, we got... all 3 of these are pretty good. I don't have enough, like, large minions that I think I'll need the Pint-Sized Summoner. Although, I suppose using it, coining it in on turn 1 and then playing a 3-drop on turn 2, it's always a satisfying feeling. Unfortunately, this is another card that is... people know to target it very quickly because it can definitely change the tide of the game if left alive. Lava Burst is a strong single target removal, but it's kind of weak for the ultimate cost of it. And I have a lot of Overload and no Unbound Elementals yet. So, I don't know about that. Sludge Belcher is strong. It's a solid taunt. I could use more solid taunts, so let's go with that. Alright, here we go. 3 bad cards. Not bad, but I have no weapons, so the deckhand isn't really good. I don't like Wind Fury, and I already have one, so I don't want that. Leper Gnome, I've already said, is not a bad 1-drop. So let's go with the Leper Gnome. That'll help with the 1-drops. Help with the Questing Adventure that we didn't get. But, oh well. Okay. 2 more of these 1-drops that this deck really wants to throw at me, but the Fairy Dragon is good, so we'll go with that. You know what? I need more strong minions, so that Boulder Fist Ogre is looking good. Another Lightning Bolt would be useful, but if I can't get anything good down, then I'm not going to win these games. So, the Boulder Fist Ogre it is. Alright. Shoot, these aren't the best cards. Alarmabot isn't going to be very... If I could Alarmabot Deathwing, then games would be won, but unfortunately the likelihood of that is very slim, so not going to do that. Because other than Deathwing, I mean, the Ogre, the Frost Elemental, maybe, the Sludge Belcher, I guess, but, I mean, the likelihood of it, one, staying alive, and two, targeting one of those minions, three, that minion actually being in my hand at the time, those odds aren't good. So I'm not going to go with the Alarmabot. Secret Keeper, I have no secrets, so I guess that leaves Ancestral Spirit, which isn't a bad card, but it's slightly difficult to use. And it's really best when used with these big minis. Maybe I could Ancestral Spirit Deathwing, but that's going to be difficult. We'll see. Alright. Bloodlust is by far the best choice here. Wind Fury, not good. Already have one. Dust Devil, too weak. So Bloodlust it is. Here, you know what? I want to go with the spell damage, because we got a lot of really good spells, especially good AoE spells, which is uncommon in a Shaman deck. So we need that spell damage to amp that up. Hex. We need a Hex. That is a solid minion removal, and I don't have any yet. I'm glad that that showed up. No. I was considering whether or not Dust Devil would be a possibility here, but with that overload, it just isn't worth it, I think. Argent Squire, at least its Divine Shield keeps it alive, at least more so than the Murloc Raider, so I think it is a more solid choice. Especially if I'm able to combine it with a Flame Tongue Totem or something, it'll actually come in handy. Here we go, Questing Adventure. Considering how many of these small guys I have, I kind of want this Questing Adventure, so I'm glad I got that. This deck could be stronger. I got no axes or fire elementals, so that's kind of sad. But on the other hand, I got a lot of lightning storms, forked lightnings, which I like. I even got my one Bloodlust, and I got Deathwing. So yeah, I don't know. This could be good. Let's see what happens. Another shaman. Okay.
The elements will destroy you.
Why am I unknown? Why is... Oh, you guys can't see it. It says my name is unknown in the corner. Ooh, I'm mysterious. Bugs, apparently. This is the only 2-drop in the hand right now, so I want to keep that. I may want to keep one of the 4 drops. I'm going to keep the Dark Iron Dwarf because I might be able to keep this Web Lord alive, and so the Dark Iron Dwarf will make it trade favorably for something. Also, if I just get a totem out, it can always work with that. So I'm glad I got that Forked Lightning. Forked Lightning is best early game. Late game, it starts... I mean, it's still good, but it usually just kind of hits things that'll survive. And the Lightning Storm, I like how that looks. I don't know if I need Lightning Storm that early, but that's okay. I'll get that Web Lord out next turn, and... Oh, shoot, that... What the heck? Well, alright, I forgot that these Web Lords are going to make the Dark Iron Dwarf difficult to play. Alright, that was a mistake by me. I should have kept the other one. Nobody's playing Death... or Battle Cries. Thank you. I don't know why I said well played there. I mean...
Well played.
That's why I said well played. There's no way! These things are 10 mana cost now. Well, I could have coined one in, but nope. This is also a really weird board. Nothing trades for anything right now. Yeah, I need to get rid of these things, though, so let's start hitting things. Wow, this is weird. Hey, yeah, go for it.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Alright. Come on, Forked Lightning, give me something good. Hit this dude. Thank you, although you didn't hit the other right dude, but that's okay. We'll go Direwolf Alpha and finish this one off. And now my minions are slightly cheaper. Also, he can't... well, never mind. I was going to say these things don't kill the Direwolf Alpha easily, but that guy does, so... that's too bad. Now what? I'm just going to play the Harvest Golem here. I could Lightning Storm, but these things are so weak that it's not worth it. Wait until he has other things. It'd be nice if he goes to face here and then plays a whole lot more minions so that I can Lightning Storm all of them. That's what I'm hoping for.
Are you ready for this?
Well, I can Hex that. That'll be worth it, actually. Hex Lightning Storm, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Come on. Yes! And it clears his board, and we are back in business.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Alright, Dark Iron Dwarf lets me take out his knight. Bloodlust. It's interesting that he played that now. I guess he just wants to make sure that he only has to trade one for the 4/4. Yep. He also gets to do 3 more damage. I guess that's not the worst play ever, really. But I'm just surprised. Usually Bloodlust is used as like a finishing move, as we've mentioned in the past. That axe is annoying. I think I just wanted Totem. Okay, that's fine. I could have Fairy Dragoned, but I mean, then he'd just kill it with the axe. And so I kind of want to keep that card. On the other hand, it is slowly working its way up to Deathwing time. So. Especially if he keeps on not having cards. Only has the 1 card left. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6.
Your magic shall not save you.
Normally I wouldn't want to play that, because I'd want to keep the silence. But with Deathwing here, I kind of want to get rid of my hand. Deathwing's a weird card. I'm not exactly sure how to play with him best. So, we'll see, but... okay, not bad. Confused! Good choice. Well, this is prime Deathwing time. So, why not? And if he draws a Hex, then we rage quit or something. That's it. No totem, or no... okay, good, good. That sucks. Now I have a choice. Do I go to face? Well, let's see what totem we get. You know what? I'm just going to trade here. Because my life is too low to warrant anything else. And my Deathwing survives, so buys us another turn.
They all bend to my command.
Grrr. Manatide Totem, that is what I was looking for. That'll give us more cards to sustain us in the game. Perfect. Okay. Shoot. Torn again. I can go to his face. But I could also just get rid of the 4/6. I'm just going to get rid of the 4/6. I feel like if I go to face, I'm going to regret it. Now, question is, do I fork lightning here? You know what? I think I'm going to, just on the off chance that he manages to remove that taunt. I don't want him to be able to kill Deathwing. Frost Elemental looking good. Lightning Storm, not so good. Don't kill the Manatide. Alright, Manatide survives. There's that at least. So we are still in this as long as I don't run out of cards. Wind Fury, that would have been really helpful back when we had Deathwing. Alright, that is sad, but we can freeze it. Or we could just Lightning Storm. Alright, let's fish for a spell damage totem. We didn't get it, so instead let's just freeze this dude so that it stays out of the way. I'm not going to play Wind Fury just yet. Well, I think we're doing pretty good here. Try to get that spell damage totem one more time. Didn't get it. I can still Lightning Storm. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it takes... Nope, it didn't. Well, I can wipe this out with my 1/1 to prevent anything really important from dying. Take the 4/2 out. Wind Fury up the 5/5 just to do more damage, and then play the Argent Squire. And he didn't like the look of the rest of that, so we win our first game. Alright. Moving right along. Oh, I forgot to check quests. What quests do we have? It looks like quite a few that'll be satisfied. Shaman and Spellmaster. Okay. So, if we win one more game, which we surely will, then one of those quests goes away. Which is fortunate. What I really want to see if I can do is get all the overlay stuff. I'm looking at my stream over here. Getting all that overlay stuff to pop up on the screen I'm actually using. But I don't know how to do that. At least not with this software. Alright, all three of these are kind of expensive, and Bloodlust definitely isn't worth it. I don't know if I want to keep the Chillwind Yeti just because I need something, and if I draw like Deathwing and Bloodlust, and it would just be a bad hand. But I feel pretty confident that I can get something cheap. So I'm going to throw all three of them away. I did get Deathwing, which is sad. But I also got Leper Gnome, which is a good turn 1 drop. He's going to coin in his hero power to get rid of it, but it means that he'll take 4 damage, lose his coin, and he'll also get a totem out. And if that totem's a taunt, even better. Okay, well, he didn't coin in his hero power. That's probably a noble sacrifice, which is also fine because it means it costs him a card to do that. So let's totem and see what we get. It's not. That is interesting. So it's not noble sacrifice. So either it's Avenge or it's something that isn't worth it. Gargoyle, that is sad. I'm guessing that that secret is Repentance, which means the next thing that I will play will go down to 1 health. Fortunately, Harvest Golem, that's not too big of an issue. It's still kind of sad. It's not even that. I'm very confused then. Maybe it is Avenge. In any case, I'm just going to go to face because he's definitely going to trade his Golem for the Leper Gnome next turn. I'm glad that that Leper Gnome managed to do so much damage, though. That's pretty good.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I don't know why he did that. There was... I mean... It seems like a waste to me. But you never know. Okay, I get to take out 2 of his cards. Yeah, I'm going to use the Dark Iron Dwarf. Now here's the thing. If that is Avenge, I don't want this to get buffed. So let's take this out first. It is. So which one is it going to buff? Alright. That's not great, but it's alright. So now I can take this guy out.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Tastingo, and he's going to go to face, which is going to be great for me. That was really weird. And ironically, that would have been better for me, except for the fact that I had that Flame Tongue totem, which would have allowed me to trade brilliantly next turn. Or this turn. So that's unfortunate. And now I really don't have anything to play. He doesn't know how good that actually was for him. Because I definitely would have gone to face with a, sizable taunt and a 6-4 that, I mean, it was just a 4-4. I don't know why he traded, but in any case, that's not too bad. It got rid of his big minion. He goes to face there, which... So I can play the totem and take out the Dostingo, and then I'll also have enough. Oh, interesting. Spell damage. I actually didn't need the spell damage. But in any case, that makes this Fork Lightning worth it. By a lot! Alright, 4 cards each. My cards are huge! And... okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Because now I can't play very much here. However, I can take it out with the Stormwind Knight. I think that is a good play. It's a 4-drop for a 6-drop. I think it's 6, yeah, right? Yeah.
For honor.
It was either that or 5, but I was pretty sure it was 6. Okay. So get to take it out. It had a lot more attack too, so. Fen Creeper.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, I'm going to freeze the Fen Creeper and then throw out the Direwolf Alpha so that next turn I can use the Frost Elemental to kill the Creeper. And I also got this Totem that can get rid of his 1/1s.
Join or die, or both.
Well, Cult Master is annoying. Especially considering that... oh man, it'll make him draw 2 cards. That's not good, especially since Deathwing... I really need that... shoot! That was lucky for him. That was really lucky. Alright, well, I mean... at least he's using up his cards. So I can play Deathwing pretty soon here.
I wonder.
He can draw way too many cards. I'm debating whether or not I want to use Flame Tongue Totem to kill that thing, but that would allow him to draw a card. But I don't have to play Deathwing. So let's do that. And then I can play the Boulder Fist Ogre, which will hopefully get rid of some of those cards before and paving the way for Deathwing. On the other hand, Paladin doesn't even actually have that much in the way of card removal, so Deathwing will be fairly safe regardless. Dang it, come on, stop doing that, man.
Tazdingo!
And that. Stop it. Just stop it. Well, that's interesting. Well, it might be time to play Deathwing anyways, because that Delarn Mage isn't doing much there. Oh no! If only I got that Ancestral Spirit earlier. Actually, I could use that to save the Delarn Mage. If I waited a turn for Deathwing. How many spell damage things do I have? Would it be worth it? I got 25 health. Let's bide our time. See what we can... plus, this will force him to play more cards, which Deathwing will hopefully nullify if they're minions.
I smell
Great. Perfect. Amazing. Oh my gosh, guys, that was the play of the game.
well played.
Well played, sir. Well played. That was it. This is it. Alright. You know what? Ha 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 ha. And that's it. Now he will either concede or slowly die a painful death. Those are really the only two possibilities. Unless he draws humility. I mean, there's always a chance. But hopefully he doesn't.
Put this apple on your head.
Alright, that is good. Very unlikely that he's going to come back from this. And I would have gone to face there. That healing totem's not going to do anything, plus the only way he's going to win this is if he can burst me down in, let's see, 8, 9, in the next turn. Yeah, he definitely should have gone to face there. So, that was his mistake. And the Bloodlust, meaning if anything survives, then we win. That taunt is great too. That means that we have 2 extra health to work with. Shoot! Alright, well that's good for him. However, he still loses unless he can play a taunt or kill Deathwing. Five, 6, and he's not going to do 6 damage with 2 mana. Unless he drew Humility, that's it. And that is game! That is what, our second game.
Well played.
Deathwing is such a trolly card. There was no way I was going to win that except with Deathwing. Deathwing is the ultimate comeback card. I always think of Molten Giant as kind of the comeback card because you can just play it for free when you're almost dead. But Deathwing, if you have no other cards in your hand and no minions on the board, it just totally flips the game around. I think both those games, Deathwing was the deciding factor, wasn't it? So it's coming in handy for us. Definitely more than Baron Rivendare would have. Or Nosdormu. The most weirdly underpowered card in the game, by far.
Thrall versus Uther.
I will fight with honor for Doomhammer.
Okay, what do we got? Nerebar Weblord I'm not fired up about, but it's a 2-drop. Forked Lightning is definitely good early on, and the Sludge Belcher is strong, but too expensive for a starting hand, so I'm going to throw that away. I think I'll keep the Weblord, just because I really want something to drop on turn 2. So let's see. Fen Creeper, not what I wanted, but we'll make do. Dang, Questing Adventure, definitely better to have in your starting hand if you are going second, because the coin is amazing for it. Hopefully I can combo it with Forked Lightning anyways, so that it's worth something. Throw that Weblord out. Okay, he coins out
Does the future
his Thrallmar. I could play the Mana Tide Totem here, however, the Thrallmar Farseer will just kill it, so I don't really want to do that. Definitely don't want to play the Questing Adventure, because Thrallmar can easily kill that. So I'm just going to Totem. I'm glad that I got the 1/1 Totem. I'm just going to go to face on the off chance that he has a battle cry that he's going to want to trade his Thrallmar with my 1/4/4. But it doesn't look like he does. This is great. I can questing adventure, forked lightning for the win.
Give me a quest.
That wasn't the absolute best use of forked lightning because I killed a token instead of a real minion with it. However, it did kill one real minion and it buffs up that thing. He takes it out with a Hammer of Wrath. That's sad, but livable. I have 3 mana, so I can still play this Manatide Totem, which is great for me. It gives me more cards, and he doesn't have an immediate way to remove it right now. That Direwolf Alpha will also help out quite a bit. Alright, there's a Crocolisk.
Reporting for duty.
And this turn I can play a Taunt, which will definitely help with the Manatide Totem on the board. So let's get that out. Get rid of the 1/1 because I can trade easily for it, and I don't want him to have more minions that he could do crazy things with. Leaving just a 2/3, which my Fen Creeper trades easily for. Best top deck. This is going well. I hex that. Take it out with my Weblord. Kill this thing. And then I have enough mana to play the Yeti, and it looks like we're doing well. This is great, too, because this guy, his card back is a legendary card back, meaning that he is a really good player in Constructed. But we are absolutely destroying him right now, unless he plays Deathlord. Deathwing. Death. Some sort of death thing. Alright, 8 mana, which is making me kind of wonder if I should Frost Elemental just to freeze the 8/8. I'm liking that idea. Gives me another turn to figure out what I'm doing, and also a 5/5 on the board. If I draw Bloodlust, it's all over now. Ooh, Ancestral Spirit with the Sludge Belcher could be awesome.
Is my shield.
So that's sad. Fortunately, I have Spellbreaker to get rid of it with. My Weblord is actually getting more in my way than it is in his. So that's too bad. But fortunately, I have more than enough mana to sustain this. I could also just kill it.
I wonder.
Alright, let's play the Sludge Belcher. Kill his taunt. I'm going to get this Direwolf Alpha out just so that I can get rid of the 1/1. I really don't like having that 1/1 there. 2 good taunts. I should put Ancestral Spirit on something. I'm going to put Ancestral Spirit on the Sludge Belcher, so that if it dies, it's just a nightmare for him. Flame Tongue Totem, a good draw with this board. Bloodlust is what I really need, though. However, I have a feeling he's not going to be able to survive all this. His 8/8 isn't really helping him here. He can take out one of my taunts, but one of them will just come back stronger than before. And the other one isn't something that I really need. It's just 3 attack. So he's definitely going to go for that one. And Consecration. I was mildly worried about that because that will do a lot of damage to my board. Okay, so then he comes back with the Dastingo. However, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can do 11 damage this turn, plus the Storm Wind is more than enough damage, and we win.
For honor.
Good game. And that is game 3. guys, I implemented this new chat for you, and there's nobody here to use it. This is... Come on, where are all the people who like to watch Hearthstone? That's okay, I'll just chat to myself then. It works for me. All the time. I'm apparently going crazy in here.
Thrall versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, we got Flame Tongue Totem, Direwolf Alpha. I don't like keeping Flame Tongue Totem so much in a starting hand because it's really hard to play early and have it not either just die or be a waste. Direwolf Alpha is definitely going to help though. The Boulderfist Ogre, way too expensive. So that's going to be our hand. Deathwing! I don't want him early on. I want to top deck him when I have no cards left. That's what I want. It's not going to happen. Question Adventure, better to have early on than late, I guess, but I'm not going second again. Alright, I'm apparently playing someone who either doesn't know what she's doing or is super aggro, because you never want to use Arcane Missiles just to do 3 damage to face. I mean, what? Come on. Alright, I'm just going to Totem because the Direwolf Alpha I can use on the Totem. Oh, hey, Idiodapple, there you are. I don't know if I'm ever going to play Asia or Europe servers. I don't know why I'd want to, but okay. What did she... This is really confusing me. She's done 6 damage to my face with spells.
What to do?
I'm gonna take a risk and just play the Question Adventure. She's used all her spells on my face. What she's gonna do? Wait, Idiodapple, why is the stream not working for you? Is it... Oh, that sucks, but... Again, she is just... Did all she draft are damage spells? I'd be really impressed if this actually works, because I've never seen anything like this work before in Arena.
Job's done.
Is it laggy? What's wrong with the stream?
What you want?
Alright, I got 5 mana. Do I want to trade? Probably not. Almost certainly not, because she's going to want to trade, and if she doesn't, that's actually better for me, so I'm just going to leave it there. She's running out of cards.
To Northrend!
Alright. Well, I can freeze that and set it up for an awesome lightning storm next turn. She must have gotten just all spell damage, or spells that do damage. It's the only thing I can think of. Why she would be doing so much damage to face and then still have spells left over to kill all my things. I need to remove that, but I don't want to play Lightning Storm just to remove one thing. On the other hand, if I play something like Chillwind Yeti, then she's just going to remove that. 4, 5, 6, 7. However, I think, considering I have Deathwing, which means that at some point, if I want to play it, my hand's going to be worthless anyways, might as well just play cards. So, I'm going to play those 3 things, or 2 things and a totem. Nobody's going to tell me what's wrong with the stream? Why can't you guys see it? I can see it.
I'm flying!
Oh, it is kind of laggy. Welp, remove that. Fortunately, that allows me to trade here. Or I can start doing damage. Sure, why not? That's a good 8 damage to face. Next turn is turn 9, so I can't quite play Deathwing, so I'm just going to hold on to that Lightning Bolt in case I need it.
Someday I'll be just like you!
It's not that laggy, it's working pretty well. Flame Strike, that sucks. But that's okay. Because I got enough spells to survive. Of course, I'll have Overload, preventing Deathwing, but that's okay. We'll just keep going. And eventually that Deathwing is going to come out. I wish it were this turn. Well, maybe I can get my taunt. Get that out. Go to face and the taunt. That is good for me. There's another Flame Strike. Alright, well, she is successfully doing a lot of damage. It's looking like it's Deathwing time. So here we go. Okay, that is really laggy. Maybe I should turn down the bitrate or something. I wonder what's causing it to do that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unfortunately, she can kill me next turn unless I remove one of those things. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to silence this thing.
Shall not save you.
Wait, 7, 8, 9. I don't trust her. Gonna silence this thing and kill the 7/6 and bring out a totem. Hopefully it's not a taunt. That is unfortunate. All right, after this game, I'm going to fiddle with the ouch, that hurts. Fiddle with the streaming. See if I can get it down to something that runs a little bit smoother for you guys.
The light protects me.
Die, mage.
I need to win this quickly. Hopefully I can get Bloodlust soon. I only have 14 cards left, which means every turn, or at least next turn, I'll have a 1 in 14 chance of getting that Bloodlust. This is getting scary, though. Shoot. Oh, man, even if I got... Alright, I can do 6, 7...
I fight.
I'm going to save Bloodlust 5, 6, 7, 8. On the off chance that she goes to face with everything, it would allow me to win. Hopefully she does that. I doubt I'm gonna win this, though. Nope. Alright. No! If I had gotten something with charge, I would have won. Alright, can I still somehow? Not with that ogre there. Unless I get a taunt. Nope. Seven damage. And 1 damage away from being able to at least survive.
Job's done.
Oh man, that sucks. Alright, well, that's our first loss of the arena. That's okay though, because we already have, was it 3? 3 wins? Yeah, 3 wins. Okay, I am going to go see if I can make the stream run a little bit more smoothly. So